turn it off.
No.
You've got to stop it. Oh, don't stop. I'm impressed, Crawford. Do you realize now what I was creating?
That expression says it all. Pretorius grabs McMichael and threatens to kill her if Crawford turns the machine off. Crawford pleads with Pretorius, telling him that there must be some human left inside of him, but Pretorius won't hear any of it as he has become more human than human and wants Crawford to join him. Crawford makes a beeline for the circuit breaker in the basement to shut the power off. He's joined by Ken Forey in nothing but a red Speedo as Pretorius gets rapey with McMichael. They make it down to the basement but unknowingly stumble into a different movie. I don't care how fucking shoehorned that was. Any reference to Dune is a good one.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm going to kiss
Pretorius is the living definition of Willie McGee. Pretorius' head splits open to reveal that of a monster's, and Forey and Crawford do battle with the basement worm. The worm swallows Crawford as Forey tries to help, to no avail. McMichael almost has her head eaten, but Forey manages to unplug the machine, releasing McMichael and Crawford from the rapey death grip of Pretorius.
I'm sorry. I really thought that I could control it.
God damn it, Forey, you're Hulk status. Just drag them both out of the house by the short hairs. You know, maybe continuing with the experiment isn't such a bad idea after all. McMichaels gets rapey with cancer patient Crawford, giving him a handy under the sheets and then climbs on top of him. Forey walks in and McMichaels gives him the sex eye, but Forey snaps the whore out of her. The resonator turns itself back on. Forey runs up to try to shut down the machine, but it's defending itself somehow. The resonator is being controlled by Pretorius from beyond, so cutting the wires no longer works. Forey sacrifices himself to save Crawford and McMichael. Sweet fancy Moses. Pretorius' pineal is working overtime, and he attacks in physical Shugget thing form. I have no real way to describe that damn thing, but I know that it freaks me the hell out. Crawford sprouts a third eye, which gives him predator heat vision. McMichael manages to shut the machine off for a moment with a fire extinguisher. Oh bullshit! Cutting the wires does nothing, but spraying it with foam fucks its shit up? Naturally. McMichael and Crawford escape and get to a hospital. McMichael tries to explain what happened at the house to the DA agent, but he isn't buying it, and she's deemed insane. And whorish.
You cost Crawford Tillinghast his mind. Quite possibly his life.
Hey lady, wait just a... Actually.
All it takes is a hand on the switch. If it...
All things considered, all of this really is McMichael's fault. Even if she is a fulfillment of all my wildest, dirtiest desires, an utter pinnacle of... Get it together! The nurse orders electric shock therapy on McMichael, but Tillinghast has super pineal powers now, and breaks them out of the hospital. Well, he's going to, right after he's finished chowing down on a brain. So his overstimulated pineal gland gives him the uncontrollable urge to devour live brains. This is really tragic. I'm serious. The protagonist of the film, who wanted nothing more than to just leave these creatures the hell alone, has now become one of them just like his former mentor. The man is on a fucking killing spree. He is devouring the brains of his victims through their eye sockets. And it's all her sexy fault. McMichael sets up a bomb on the resonator, but newly batshit crazy Pineal Crawford shows up to try and suck her brains too. I guess it's come down to the scanner way. But she bites his pineal off. The resonator turns itself on yet again, and with only minutes left until the bomb goes off, the final battle between Tillinghast and Pretorius rages forth. Now, what's about to happen isn't quite on the same level of insanity as the game of schlong catch from Street Trash, nor does it live anywhere nearly close to the planet of the absurd that the exploding blow-up doll scene from Hard Ticket to Hawaii lives on. But it's still pretty batshit crazy in its own Lovecraftian kind of way. After dropping a serious pipe bomb on Pretorius, basically saying that he's a dickless loser that could never please a woman in a million years, Crawford gets his head eaten. Shuggets float around McMichael, she wiggles her hands to get their attention to chew through her bonds. When free, she distracts them with a match and runs down the stairs. She discovers headless Tillinghast and Monster Pretorius downstairs, so she runs back upstairs to the resonator. 31 seconds remaining on the timer. She's attacked by Pretorius upstairs, but she's given time to escape as Tillinghast is reborn through Pretorius. Yes, Jeffery Combs fucking climbs out of the thing, then Tillinghast and Crawford both start melting into each other as their skulls turn into snakes and battle to the death. McMichaels jumps out a window as the resonator explodes, kicking her leg out of her leg and going insane. If it isn't already obvious, this movie is grim. Watching this and expecting a fun black comedy like The Reanimator is a huge mistake. I mean, sure, Reanimator's got its own dark, rapey, violent shit in it, but it's an overall satisfying film, which is not to say that there's anything wrong with From Beyond. This film is great. If anything, on pure horror film standards alone, this is my favorite Lovecraftian flick. The special effects are very reminiscent of John Carpenter's version of The Thing, which goes without saying that the special effects in From Beyond are amazing. I also love the atmosphere. You'd never think that purple and baby blue could be used to illustrate something so terrifying. The vibrant colors also actually give the Pretorius creature even more of an organic presence. All the slime and numerous deformities are accentuated tenfold and make him look even more otherworldly. The violence in the film is absolutely savage, right up there with the likes of any Fulci classic. It's the kind of gore that does take you aback, especially seeing the movie for the first time. I remember wincing pretty fucking bad when Florey's character dies. To watch a big, strong man like him get chewed down to nothing but meat scraps as he continues to twitch on the floor is more than enough to make you lose hope for any other character's survival. And the ending is absolutely spine-chilling. Seeing McMichael laughing maniacally as the Pretorius house burns behind her manages to give me a shiver every time I see it. All of these elements combined make it a perfect love letter to Lovecraft. It takes certain liberties with the source material, but the right ones. Brian Usna took the short story and expanded it into a whole new tale of the macabre. The only goddamn fault the movie has is that it's almost too effective in freaking me the hell out.